Alright, it's been a little while, work and all that fun stuff. But I'm going to try to show you how to finish off a backlash. Do it and finish it off and show you a couple tricks, hopefully. Alright, first off, let's just go to Photoshop. I'll show you what we got so far. We're going to do this one here. We're going to do Lord of the Rings. Okay, this is my high-res version of it. I already tweaked it and put it through Photoshop. I'm just showing you a few things, and that's about it. Basically, what we did here is did all that, and this is going to be the cutout. Because I'm going to make the eye look around and stuff. She looked pretty cool, man. That's going to be the overlay, and as you can see, there's different layers that we got here to make the eye move. How did I do it? Cut it out, ran through some filters, and blah blah blah. Quick version. All right. Here's the trick to saving your snippets. Okay. You're gonna crop it, and you're gonna save your snippets. This is gonna be an example here. This is how I do it. You bring everything and make sure everything's over to the left like this, which is good, and you crop it. Okay, so you end up with this picture. So basically you can change the different layers. Whatever you want to download and upload. Leaving this like this, it's easier to put it into the DB2S program here, because you're going to take this picture and you're going to just save it as a ping, which will be, you're going to end up with this. You'll have your eye left 1, 2, 3. I used 3 frames for each one, which was simple, but the effect will look cool. Leaving it like that, okay? Now, when I put that into the program, this is going to be 0, 0 right here. This is 0, 0. So this whole picture is going to fill in. You'll see as I show you later in the program. There's some things that if they're too big, the snippets, you don't want to use this method, because then you make the back glass itself way too big and it slows down and dogs everything. This is a small snippet. This is something I use for headers and stuff, the name or something. I just cut it out and I want to 0, 0 and make it perfect. Other than that, if I didn't do it, you could just take this, basically, step backwards and cut it out like this, and then I would put it in the position that I want it. See, I'm running multiple things. I'm running an animation, so I want everything to be exactly perfect. There can't be no variation, because you'll see it in the end result. But for single snippets, if I wanted to do each guy or something, or cut this guy out, I would cut him out, and I would put that in there as one picture. I would not cut this out here and have a picture this big in there, because it just takes up too much space, and it makes your file so big it's crazy. I've seen guys out there making files where they're using crazy resolutions, and you need this patch to run it, and it just makes it so much harder. You can have the same effect with a smaller picture, believe it or not, especially just plain color. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so I get all my stuff. I saved it all. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get out of Photoshop. Let's go into Lord of the Rings. The Backlash Designer. And here's what you get in the Backlash Designer. You're basically flat screen. Alright. First thing you gotta do is set this thing up. Go to File. You want new. You're gonna put in Lord of the Rings, whatever you're gonna call it, blah 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 blah. Table. You gotta do your table type. This is what you got, your choices. DMD or solid state. This is gonna be a DMD. We already know that. You go down, DB2S DMD location settings. Always on a third monitor. Why? I don't know. I never tried anything else in here. Third monitor always works. It puts it everything where you want. Arthur, whatever in your artwork. Okay, good to go. Then the next step, you're going to load your Backlash image, which you already pre-made. Real simple enough. Import image. Import Backlash image. You pick your image, open, which mine's already open, and we're all good there. And then you want to go to grill height. You want to set your grill height, because you gotta think about the guys that only use 2 screens. So this is where you set that image grill height. Okay, just click on that. This little line, you can set your grill height. See, mine's already been here already before, but I can set as low as I want. I can put it here. Well, you don't want it there. You can put it anywhere you want it. So just set grill height. Go down with your grill. I forget what this will look like, but I'm going to go right about here. So when I go to a 3 screen, I'm only going to see that height, which is perfect. Next thing you want to do, you want to go to your brightness setting. Alright, always keep this on. Do not change the brightness of the grill. I mean, if you do, it doesn't matter, but just make everything so dark. You ain't going to see a lot of it. The main thing you want to make dark is the picture here. That's what makes it look a lot better. So this is my settings I usually go to. I usually go to like 45. Somewhere around that area, man. I used to do 50-50, but I dropped it down to 45. It gives you a darker image, but I mean, it does look good when it's lit up. It looks like an original Backlash. That's what we're trying to run here. That's what we're trying to figure out. And that usually works pretty good. Okay, now we got it all dark. We got everything in here. And I need a beer. Can't work without beer, man. By wild man, a beer. There's a reason for that. Okay, the one thing I forgot to tell you in the menu here is you do have a choice in your settings to make it a dual Backlash, which you can make it authentic and fantasy. If you want it both, you check this off, which I'm going to do in this one because I'm going to make it authentic, which is basically it's a Backlash that doesn't do nothing. So when you want to add a light, you're going to go up here, add a new frame. This just shows you the frames. This adds a frame. So you click on that, you see a box pops up. There you go. There's your new light. What you do is you go right here, you click on this, the light intensity. This will show you what it's going to look like. See how it lights it up? It pretty much lights it up how you're going to see it when it's playing in your computer. So you put it where you want, you adjust the size. Pretty simple stuff. Then you got this here. This is where you can change the modes. If you only want it for authentic light to light, you do authentic. If you want it to only light in your fantasy, you do it fantasy. Other than that, basically, you want them in both, you just click your both thing. You got your initial state on or off. We want it on because this light will stay on permanently. Um, it won't do nothing but just be a light. If you push it on in the off position, then you can assign it a ROM ID. Just say, just pick any for kicks. Click on it. Now, anytime the ROM ID hits this number, 19, this is just an example, this thing will turn on and turn off. It'll flash, it'll do whatever you want it to do. That's telling it every time 19 goes on, this will turn on, this will turn off. Basically like this, you can see on, off, on, off. This is what it's going to do. In a nutshell. We don't want that anyways. So let's get rid of that. Leave it at 0 because that's just going to be a static light. We want them in both? Yeah, we want them in both. So basically, here we go. This is what I want lit in both versions of this that I want. Now, another tip or a trick in this is if you make these too big, these will pop up off screen and you won't see them. It's just a glitch. This editor's a little choppy, but if you work with it and you know its little weaknesses, it works pretty good. A lot of times, if I go this big and I try to give me another one, right? Watch, I'm going to click another one. You see how it puts it way up here? If I make it any bigger, it'll set it off screen where I won't be able to grab it. So you drag your next light down. And here you get an intensity here. You make it way brighter. This is where you want it bright like that if you want to make it a flash. That's when you will put in the ROM ID and you keep this up on high, it'll give you a flash effect. We don't want that. I just want a light. I want the back glass backlit. Bear with me, man. There's a lot to this thing. So basically, we'll just put that there. You see, notice right here it says off, B, on and off, which means both right here. Which I want. If I just wanted to change, I just only want this to lit on authentic, then you would just go up here, click it, just hit authentic, and that light will say off A. It means this light will only come on in the authentic mode. You'll see later down the road. But I want both, so it doesn't matter. And I want on because I always want it on. Both on. You just click on it, you'll see it. On. Okay, so basically, just keep going up here. I'm going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want 7 more lights. 8 more lights. So you just click on this 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get 8 lights they're going to be on. If I highlight this and I add things, it will be this exact same size. If I have a smaller one and I click on it, every one that I add will be that exact same size. I'll show you. Quick example, right here. Watch. I'll make this light this big. As long as this is highlighted, now when I add a light, watch. Add a light. There you go. That gives me the same identical size light right here. This is when you're doing multiple lights. Delete them, you can do whatever you want. Alright, so basically I'm going to pull these all down to the people I want. I want these highlighted on my back glass. You gotta bear with me, man. Want to highlight her face. Want to highlight this guy. And we want to do the title. So you see, this is my last one, right? Watch. I can bring this down. So So I want one more of these this size, so I can just go up here, add another one. See how it changes? Every time you change the size of things, it'll put it somewhere different. But anyways, you grab it and I'll put it right down here, because I want the Lord of the Rings highlight. Okay, simple so far, right? Oh wait, we need one more here for the old man. Alright, now see a nice little backlit section. This down here we don't need. It just blends into the background. It looks way cooler like that. Alright. So this is the way you're going to check your backglass to make sure everything looks cool and stuff. You're going to go to backglass. Do this a lot, because if you don't save it, you're going to do all this work for nothing, and you can't bring it back. Another glitch in the program. Create the file. Let's hit create. What is this doing is that's taking a file and it's throwing it into the VP folder and saving it as a DB2S. Then you go to here, backglass preview and test. Then you get this little dialog pops up. In here you're going to find the ROM, because it won't run without it. Which I already got the ROM in here. Okay, so basically you just hit start, and this thing will run and start up. And it'll give you the lights and show you what it looks like. Perfect. It's lit the way I want it. Alright, I like that. So we get out of that. Next, we're going to go to snippets. I'll show you the snippets. Alright, we're at the snippet. Need another beer. That's what keeps me going. Alright. Okay, snippets. These are tricky, but they're easy. You're going to go to illumination. Add a new snippet. And you're going to have this little window pop up. You're going to go to your image file, which is your snippet, and you want to pick your snippet. Here's a test. I'm going to show you two different ways to do a snippet. Okay, we're going to do the test. You can put any number in this thing you want. I always put 0, 0, 0, 0, and apply. And it pops it up in the top left corner. Okay, you gotta get out of this. Now this is a regular snippet. I'm going to show you a different one in a minute. This is what keeps your files smaller, is making your snippets like this. If you only want to highlight some, this is perfect. For the animation, I'm going to show you a different technique, but this one is the snippet you want. This is like lit all the time. And you're going to go up here and you're going to say keep on or off, or you make the snippet light with a ROM ID, which means this thing will turn on and off. Okay? This is harder to do, but this gives you a smaller file and better results. You're gonna take your snippet and you're gonna overlay it on the original as close as you can. Okay. And how do I know that I'm overlaying it as good as I can? Well, this is where it gets tricky. What you're gonna do first is you're gonna go find this little light bulb right here. You're gonna click it off. So both lights are up, like normal again. And this box right here, you're going to click on and off and using your arrow keys at the same, in the same time. Now watch right here. Watch what happens when I click this box, which shuts off all the frames. You see how my picture's moving like that? When it's like this, you take your well, when you got it highlighted squared like that, you can use your arrow keys and move it. See, I'm moving it down a little bit to match the original picture. All right, see, now I'm looking at it. I have to go up and over. So I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up 3 clicks, over 2 clicks. I went over too much. Okay. This is the harder way of doing stuff, but I'm telling you, it makes a smaller file. And it runs on everything. What you're basically doing is you want to get it to where this thing doesn't move. Alright, I'm still going up, down, up, down. Alright, so I gotta go down. Now I gotta go over to the left. Still going up. Alright, go down 1 click. Now, no, wants to go up. For this, if it's in an animation, it's pretty good. You notice it's barely moving. See how it's barely moving now? That's what you want to do. That's how you add a snippet. Which means I'm not going to add the snippet because I don't want it here anyways. So I'm just going to exit out, or I'll just highlight it and hit delete and it's gone. I don't want to do that anyways. I'm just showing an example of how you have to put the snippets in and make your files. The other guys will use when they use their cutoffs to make a snippet, they're using a full screen. A 1080p, it's just way too big, man. It just the program is just fucking dogging. It's sucking up resources. You want that to play the pinball, man. You want to play the pinball. You don't want this thing sucking up resources on you. I seen a couple of backlashes that were so goddamn huge, man. And you need a patch to run them? Come on. You don't. There's no need for that, man. You just gotta. You can cut down on all your file sizes, and you're still gonna get the same high res effect. Making a bigger file does not mean it's high res. Okay, that's one trick right there. Okay, now this is what we're gonna do to import. Now I'm gonna show you the animation part of this. You go up here. No, it's manage. Wait, we're gonna add new snippets. When your box comes up again, you can do this too. You can do this either way. You can just import each one separate, whatever you want to do. But here's a quick shortcut. Highlight one and just then control. Highlight all the pictures that you want to come in at once. It does make it so much easier. Okay, I want all these. This is going to make my animation right here. Open, boom, watch. Top left. I want these all at 0, 0 because this is the way I made them. This means they're going to line up right in place exactly where they're supposed to. I don't have to move it like I just showed you that bottom picture. This will automatically line them up. Hit apply. Close it, boom. All my pictures right here. This is going to be my animation. They're all lined up exactly perfect. Nothing changes. This is the easy part. What it is you notice right over here, they're all off. That's the way you want everything off. Now, this is where you're going to have to go through and do your thing, because I want this to go to not authentic. I want this on fantasy. So you're going to highlight it. The horn, I ain't too worried about. You right click, and these are all the files I just imported. So basically, this is the hard part right here. You gotta go. I want left. Okay, we don't want it both. We only want this in fantasy mode. Click fantasy. Click. I want it to fantasy. I want 3 fantasy. So on and so on. You got to do it through all your images. Unless you don't have to do this if you just don't have fantasy and authentic mode. You only got to do this in that mode. Okay, now that it took me, a couple minutes to do all that, now that's all done. And that's going to work for us. Now, here comes the fun part. For starters, I have an overlay picture in here of the horns. So, basically I got to find my horn right here, you highlight it. Now you're going to go over here to the snippet settings. Now, I explain this in other posts and stuff. It's Z order. It's a real pain in the ass in here. It does work. It works perfect. But you need to set it up right or it won't work. So basically, I want this at 1. This first image. This is going to cover all my other images. This is a layer like in Photoshop or any other paint program you use. And the back's clear. This has been all cut out and stuff, and this is a layer. This is setting them up in here. So it's a real pain in the ass, believe me. Well, a lot of times, sometimes it goes real nice and easy. Other times, you want to pull your hair out and poke your eyes out or whatever, man. So you just hit OK. Do all this other stuff in here. This is for making wheels spin and all the other cool effects you can do with this thing. It gets pretty deep. But I'm just giving you what we need to do with this right here, which is basically making a mask. It's using that picture as a mask. Alright, now we got all our snippets in here. And the first thing you have to do is for the mask one. These horns is a mask. You just right click, go. I know it's horn because this is how I named it. You have to go over here, and the initial state is off. You need to put it on, because if you don't, this is what's going to happen. You're going to create your back glass. Okay, now watch when you preview it. You see how it goes over the edges right here? Because it's not using the mask because we don't have it turned on. That's the problem. You're like, whoa, wow, what did I do? I didn't do my Z order right. No, you got your Z order right. Watch. One simple way to cure this, X that out. You go over here, initial state, you want it on because you want the mask always on. And you go back up here again, create your file, and then preview it again. Now watch, and now you're going to see the difference. Now watch, you won't see no overflow because this is now a mask. See how it's seamless? It's doing all its thing behind the mat. It's doing all its thing behind here now. So now it doesn't look really shitty. Basically, man. This is the animation I want. And you go to fantasy mode or authentic, it'll stop doing that. Nothing will move. That's another thing. If you're trying to test an animation in fantasy or another thing, make sure you're in the right one. Fantasy, they'll start moving again. Watch. This is my fantasy mode. Alright. Perfect. Close. And we're out of that. Alright, I know the first thing you're going to go, how did you do that animation? Fuck, man, that looks cool. Alright. It's a pain in the fucking balls. Here we go. Go to Illumination. Manage animations. This is what you want to do. And then you're going to get this little pop-up box. This is where you do all your animations. Some are easy, some are hard, and you know what? I don't even got this thing down yet, and I never will. I mean, I got it down pretty good, but anyways, you're gonna add a new animation or remove one. I added a new one, but I already got mine already in here, and I already did it. So the main eye, okay? That's this eye going up and down. This is all the animation steps to make that eye go up and down. Up, down, up, down. wait, on, off, blah, 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 shift. This takes a lot of work and it's confusing. Sometimes I'm missing one picture or I double loaded a picture and it drives me nuts for 2 or 3 hours until I figure out, oh my God, I put that at the wrong setting and it won't run right. It works. It's just, there's all these changes you can do in here. It's crazy. Right here, you got to start animation on backup. See, I want this to start right at backup. At startup because um, this is going to be running all the time in the background, and that's where you're going to set it. Down here with time and stuff. Wait 20 seconds, and then start the animation. And it'll just what it does, it just keeps repeating itself. Blah blah blah. If you only want it to not do like that, you unclick that, and then you join it to the ROM that you want to trigger. Say a bumper gets hit and you want to trigger an animation. Well, you got to put that ROM ID number in here, and every time that thing's hit, it'll start your animation. A complicated one, for example, oh my God, it was Diner. It's enough for us to rip our hair out. That's why the best I got it is I could get it, and even Stat tried, and he was pulling his hair out. You can't have too many animations going on because they overlap and the screen just goes crazy on you. It's limited like that where you can't have 2 or 3 animations going at once. It's going to play one animation and another animation. It's a pain in the balls, man. But hey, if you get it down, man, all the power to you. That's what I said. Anybody wants to modify my Diner backlash and can do better than I did it, go for it, man. I'd really like to figure out how you did it. But anyways, start animation, startup. That's what I want. This is how you add steps. We'll give you a blank step. You can click on the pictures and it will load up. See, I want IA2. It'll put it in here for you. A lot of times, pain in the balls doing it that way. It all depends on how big your animation is and how complicated it is. The more complex it is, harder it is. So anyways, after you put all your stuff in here, you just click on this button, and that makes your animation. Boom, done. Simple as that. Wow, let me see what my animation looks like. Create the file. Preview it. Start. And it's going to start your animation. There you go. Eyes are moving the way I want it. Left, right, up and down. See, I set the time difference in here so it automatically just randomly moves. But while you're playing pinball, it looks like just watching the ball. Which is, pretty cool effect, man. Alright, so got that knocked out. Thought I had it knocked out. Now I got it knocked out. Alright. This is what keeps Wild Man going. Good fucking cold beer. Donate. Shit. Alright, so basically, you're seeing this here. This is all snippets. Now, right here is you can see different things. You got on, off. Any lights that are on, it'll show up. Any lights that are off, won't show up. Authentic. Boom. See, it kills everything and only show you what authentic is showing. With the name, say if I named these, it'll show me only named ones. This is pretty cool. It gets a lot of clutter off your desktop. And you can concentrate on different things. This is a good filter. It could be better. Well, the guy ain't with us no more. See this right here? You click and it shows everything with nothing here. Like I said, this shows you you're on, lights on and off. That's on, that's off. This is what it looks like lit up. What else did I show you? Wheels and LEDs. Here's another thing. You always say you're doing a different backlash. What you want to put the scores in there. Alright, we can do that. I can show you that in a minute. Um, your DMD area. Import images. Now, for 3 backglasses, you know what? I'm going to grab another backglass and I'll show you how to do the rest of this stuff. That's the easier way to do it. Alright, let's go to Embryon. This will just give you a clue about all the other stuff you can do. Alright, now, if I click on the lights, it's going to show me all my lighted stuff. Okay, now that's all snippets. I know where my lights and everything. Now, if you want to see what it is, you just click on this box here. You know, this is it. I can move my same player, or whatever I want to do. I can move it, and all that has to do with your illumination right here. You punch in whatever you want. See, watch. You can change to whatever you want. Fucks again. You know, whatever you want to do. You know, you can have fun with it. Same player plays again. Use caps all the time because that makes your stuff come out. Same player plays again. You can make it lighter, brighter. You know, you want it to light up because what you see here is what you get. I know some guys that do them dark and whatever, and then they'll mess with this right here. You don't want to mess with this. It just don't really help. Dodge color does. If you don't see something in a black background, you go white, and it'll make it all white. You want green, you go green. See it? You can't see the green, but if you put it on a different background, a black background, you'll see the green. It's the background. It's I don't know. It's that's how it shows up. You see? You put it here, and once I give it a black background, it gives me green, purple, whatever the hell I want, man. Now, if I wanted purple here, then I go to off, get rid of that, and then you can do the intensity, and you might be able to pull it off in here. You know, you just, that's when you want to fuck with this, is when you got a background that you can't do it. So, you know, maybe I want it blue. Let's go to blue. Maybe I want a darker blue. You know what I mean? You get the idea of what's going on here. There is a way to make your stuff show up. That's the key I'm trying to tell you. Goddamn, good thing I'm not a teacher, man. So we got all that off anyways. We don't want all that crap. And up here, you know, on and off. It's gonna, you click that box, it's gonna show you all your squares and your snippets. You know, all my little lights, the match, ball and play. If I click that off, it'll hide everything. Let me shut that off and let me rephrase. Now it'll hide everything. And you get your back glass. You know, you just got to play with this thing, man. It's just pretty cool. All right, now for scores, right here, it says show real or LED frames. There you go. There's your scores. How you get them? Well, that's another trick. Say I didn't have none in there. We'll get rid of those. This adds and it shows. But right here, you got to go here first. And any new backglass, you got to choose your real or LED type. All right. This is just different segmented LEDs. All right. You don't want to fuck with this. This is all EM stuff. You want to stay right in here. Make sure you got use Dream 7 LEDs checked. I'm telling you, it's the easiest way to do anything with this. 7 segment, 10 segment, 14 segment. You'll see the difference. Basically, just click the one that you want to use. You want 10 or you want 7? Now I got them both highlighted. I'll say, okay. I got them both highlighted. So when I go here, I get a choice. That's my 7. That's my 10. All I gotta do is I'll just show you an example. I want to put a new reel in. So here's my new reel right here. Say if I had 7 displays. Here's the other thing I gotta tell you. Most of these go left to right in order. If you ever put them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5's your credit, and 6 is your ball and play shit. Believe me, most of that goes by the norm like that. But there are some exceptions. When you come across it, you'll figure it out. Alright, so here we go. 7, it's highlighted, right? We'll make it a little bigger so you can see it. Now, do you want the rendered, or do you want the 7 or 8? Alright, I want a 10 segment on this. Just click it, boom, there you go, you're done. You ain't got to touch it again. Unless it's 7 digit. Come up here, make it 7 digit. Is it a 10 digit display on some of the data east? And then push in 10. Click it, there you go, 10 digits. Changing the color, right here you go, change LED color. This is the only cool thing I love about this. How he did it, I don't know. Watch. Get color. Read that. But you can put your mouse on anywhere in the display. If I want this blue, it'll show it that blue. I want the red, it'll show it the red. I can go on a different screen because I got 6 screens here. And I can pick any color I want off of that, or I can go on Google, and all I got to do is move over any picture or anything on Google, and it's, see, like this, it's going to give me that color. Yellow, red, blue. It's really cool. And all you got to do is hit escape, and that color is locked in and it saves it. Hit OK. Boom, there you go. There's your color display. Awesome stuff, man. See, I wanted to change that to that blue. All I do is make sure that's highlighted, change the color. See, now my blue that I just saved for this one's already in there. And all you do is hit OK. It changes it. Changes it right to that blue. Highlight. Change LED color. If that's the color you want, which is already set here, just hit OK, boom. And it changes the color. It's really sweet, man. It's a nice setup, man. What else? So, basically, I'm giving you a fast overview of this whole thing. It's really not bad. The only way you're going to learn this is you really got to play with it a lot. I mean, after 600 freaking backlashes, I get it down pretty good. So, I mean, you get this all made and stuff, and you like it, and it works. This thing, all you gotta do is save all. Always save with this program. Because let me tell you, it will crash on you. It's done it to me plenty of times, and I've lost work, and I gotta do another 2 days worth of work on it again just to get it back to where I had it. Because I didn't save like a dumbass. This is one of these programs you want to save. Once you create it, it goes into the file. You're going to go into projects, where this is where it's all saved. You got to find, wait a minute, LTR. Lord of the Rings. This is my dark illuminated image. That was my other one. What it's really called is what I named it. This is what you gotta find. It's gonna be The Lord of the Rings. 2003 Stern. There's my finished product right here. This is what you're gonna upload. You're gonna take that. I don't know if you got WinRAR or not. That's what I use. Just add it. There you go. The finished product right there. That's what you're gonna upload to VPU. See, this is my resources, which doesn't matter because they're all saved in another file on my backlash. But that's it. You do that. And here's the other thing. You know you saved that. Let's put that out of the way. Then what you want to do, excuse me, is go to your back glass, preview it again. After you're not all done, hit start. And just take your left click on the back glass when it's running, like this. And then just hit print screen. What that does is take a snapshot of your finished back glass. And that's what you load up to VPU for a snapshot. What that does is it saves it in this file. Go into Back Glass Designer, and it's going to save your picture right here, the finished back glass. So we want to see LTR, man. Wow, man, starting to see double here. Where are you? The. Gotta remember the name, man. That helps, dude. Simpsons. There you go. Here's my save picture that you're going to see on the site when I load it up. That's what you're going to see. That's my picture. You can do what you want. Me, I shrink them. I'll take the picture and I resize it because I got the Microsoft resizing thing, and I'll just resize it because it's too big. You can't see the whole thing. I just scale it to 12, 20, 80 pixels. This is what you'll see when you're looking on a site. You don't want the full size resolution because it's so freaking big. You can't see the whole picture. Another big mistake I see some guys making. Just resize the picture smaller. You don't need to see it in full glory. You see it in full glory on the freaking cab, man. Shit. So anyways, that's it in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it, but you just gotta keep playing with back glasses. I'm giving you a fast, down and dirty version of this. And I know what, this has already been 15 freaking minutes of me babbling on, but it's mostly basic stuff, This is for all ROM-based back glasses. DMs, I don't know. I just can't get into them. I can do them, but I don't know how to program, man. I don't know how to write the script. These other guys that do them are awesome, man. They know right where to put words, and I'm not a script guy, man. I'm a more visual guy. So anyways, check it out. Play around with it, man. It's just getting a good picture, getting good quality pictures, running it through Photoshop, and doing what you got to do to make it really look good, man. I know a lot of Photoshop tricks and stuff, and I can take a shitty picture, which I started out with on this one, and I don't know, man, it came out all right, man. Looks high res to me. Compared to what's out there. But, it gets better, you get a good picture, you'll just upgrade it. It's easier to upgrade afterwards. I don't have to do everything I did. I don't have to cut everything out again. Well, I do. Let me take that back. If I want to go to a higher res picture. It's a lot of work. Some of these things take me 3-4 days to do. Other times, I can whip one out in, I don't know, man, a couple hours. That's because I've been doing a lot of them. So, detail. Pay attention to detail. That's all I got to say, man. That's the key. And just look at everything you can do. Go through the menus. There's a lot you can do. You can make, stuff spin. I ain't even gone through all that stuff yet. But you guys see the back glasses that can do that. Anyways, I'll stop babbling. I'll suck a beer down here. And I'll shut the fuck up and hope you enjoyed this tut, man. Maybe I'll do another one, but we'll see. I think this pretty much covers what you need to know. Rock on and have a good time, man. Play pinball, baby. Later.